Well, good morning. It is Friday, April 30th. Can you believe it's the last day of April? I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC Facebook and YouTube pages. Don't forget to share your thoughts on the stories covered in this edition of 3 News Now and let me know your name and where you are watching from. And I tell you, it was a gloomy and wet first day of the draft, but skies are looking bright and clear in downtown Cleveland. Just take a look at that blue sky. Beautiful, sunshine, love it. So if you're coming downtown or you have any outdoor activities this weekend, well, Hollie Strano is helping you plan ahead with your weather forecast. Hollie.
Thanks, Danielle. And as we look ahead into the afternoon, we're really starting to see some of these showers popping up. So if you are heading downtown, raincoats, windbreakers, hoods, it's windy, so umbrella is not the best option with this forecast into the afternoon. By this evening, though, we're clear. So if you are heading downtown for the NFL draft, it's going to look a lot better come later on this evening. And our Saturday is looking pretty fine with temperatures starting off on the chilly side, but we're seeing a lot of sunshine and a much more seasonal kind of day with highs in the 60s. And then we'll talk more cloud cover again as we head into late Saturday and Sunday. And that will bring us to what's ahead, which we'll get to in your 7-day here coming up. Cool, windy today, sustained winds 20 to 30, and we could see higher gusts. We'll only be in the 50s for highs. Normal should be in the mid-60s. May 1st tomorrow, and we're talking a beautiful, beautiful start to the month, much more seasonal with highs in the 60s. 70s on Sunday. We'll continue to see that cloud cover increase, and then we are tracking a lot of rainy weather as we head into next week. Danielle, back to you.
Thank you, Hollie. And Hollie talked about the rain. Here's a reminder to be careful when roads are wet. Now, just take a look at this. A Bracknell police officer was sent to the hospital yesterday after his cruiser was hit on I-90. So you can see here where that car comes up and hits the Bracknell police officer. Now, this was near Eddy Road. Now, he was warning drivers of high water on the highway when he was injured. He was released from the hospital this morning. And today, the funeral for Micaiah Bryant is being held. A Columbus police officer shot and killed the 16-year-old last week after they responded to a call believing the teen was about to stab someone. The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation is looking into the shooting. And developing this morning, 8 people, including a man from Cleveland, have been charged in the hazing death of Bowling Green sophomore Stone Fotlz. The charges include involuntary manslaughter, reckless homicide, and hazing. Fotlz died after an alcohol-fueled incident off campus at a Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity event.
From what we have learned, we believe and allege that hazing was an integral part of this event. There are many more people to identify as being at or involved in this event. Those who have been indicted may still have more liability coming.
The fraternity has been expelled from BGSU's campus. The 8 men charged will appear in court next month. And turning to the draft, last night the Browns made their first-round draft pick. The team selected Greg Newsome II, a cornerback from Northwestern. Newsome joins cornerbacks Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, and Troy Hill on our team. Rounds 2 and 3 of the draft pick up again tonight at 7. And before Cleveland was even on the clock, the Browns family grew by 1 yesterday morning. Take a look at this beautiful photo. General Manager Andrew Berry and his wife Britton welcomed a new baby girl. The little bundle of joy is Eden Ruth Berry. She is the couple's 3rd child. Mom Britton Berry, well, she joked in a tweet that Eden came on draft day exactly like they asked her not to. Well, so she has a mind of her own. Well, Andrew was still running the Browns draft room that evening, and congratulations to them. And not only are we moving into day 2 of the NFL draft, it's also day 2 of the Cleveland Power of Sports Summit at Progressive Field. The summit, which is being held in conjunction with the draft, celebrates diversity, equity, and inclusion and how sports promotes positive change. And speaking of diversity, today's event lineup includes a 6-year-old female DJ. Meet DJ Lily Jade. The first grader from South Euclid became interested in spinning tunes after challenging her father's taste in music while her family was homebound during the pandemic.
My dad started playing music. I got interested. I started talking trash about his music, all his old songs. So he brought me down, turned on the turntables, and then boom.
Yeah, boom like that. Lily began mixing music tracks and having online DJ battles with her father, Juan Goodwin, who DJs as a side hustle. She's provided sounds at church, a voter registration drive, and this year's virtual MLK breakfast. Lily will DJ this afternoon during the Social Change Through Sports workshop at the Sports Summit where her father is presenting. And get this as well, because I'll be doing more stories on Lily starting this Thursday. And don't forget, back to the draft, don't forget to watch night 2 of the Ultimate Draft HQ as rounds 2 and 3 are picked with Jay Crawford, Dave DiNatale, and Ben Axelrod, along with Nick Camino and Jimmy, of course. You can find it on the WKYC app, as well as WKYC.com, Facebook, and YouTube. Turning to the coronavirus, let's take a look at the state's COVID-19 numbers. Ohio reported 1,786 new COVID-19 cases on Thursday. That's more than 63 than the day before. Our 2-week average down slightly to 1,630. So is our cases per 100,000. The state announced yesterday we are at 155.6, so that's down 30 more cases in a week. And 42,000 more Ohioans got the at least one dose of their vaccine, making just under 40% of Ohio vaccinated. And this weekend in Summit County, the fairgrounds will resume using the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The decision comes after the federal government lifted its pause on the vaccine last week after rare blood clotting concerns. Appointments for the mass vaccination site can be made online. And this morning in our Save Our Sauce feature, well, we go to Cleveland Urban Winery. It's located in Cleveland Heights on Restaurant Row on Lee Road. And it is a true gathering place where neighbors can enjoy games, live music, and wine. And try their Merlot or Chardonnay or wine slushy on a hot day. For more on this winery and list of others, check out Doug Tratner's guide on WKYC.com/Save Our Sauce. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond, including the draft. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. And of course, we are looking for the weekend as well and the very latest news, again, coming out from the NFL draft here in our town. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you Monday morning on Go starting at 4:30 a.m. Have a great weekend, everyone.